everybody, this is Ahad. Today we're going to talk about the blood types. First of all, I want you people to pause the video and make a note of this, as we're going to go through all of this blood typing. As you can see, A can donate to A and AB, B can donate to B and AB can donate to AB, and O can donate to AB and itself. As this is very important, the negative can give to a negative and positive, whereas the positive can only give to positive and not negative. First of all, what do you mean by all this? AB, O and RH. First of all, we'll come to this big red blood cell. These red blood cells have all of this surface marker like A, B and mostly important RH. Now, here this red blood cell helps our immune system know that this is our blood type. And now look at this red blood and look at these proteins popping off the red blood cell membrane. Well, you see there is a specific gene in these specific surface markers. For example, if the surface marker activates the A antigen, you will have an A type blood. If the surface marker activates the B antigen, you are having the B blood. And most of all, you have another antigen known as an RH. If that specific surface marker activates the RH antigen, it means that you are positive. And if it doesn't activate the RH, you are negative. Okay? Now we will go into this blood typings. But before that, you see, if you are having an A antigen, you are A type blood. If you are having a B antigen, you are B blood. If you are having both A and B, you are having an AB blood. And if you don't have an A and a B antigen, you are O. Okay? Now we will come over here. This is how, for example, there are 3 plates. Okay? Now, before we go into that also, we'll just talk about agglutination. What is that? First of all, what is agglutination? If an antigen interacts with an antibody, it is known as agglutination, and that causes clumping. So, let's first go into the clumping of A. But there's no clumping in B and RH. So, what does that mean? You are having an A type blood. If you don't have the RH, you are A negative. So it means you are A negative. Okay? Okay, so what is the donation? Here I already told you that an A can donate to A and AB. And what does the rule say? The rule says that a negative can give to a negative and positive. Okay? So the donation will become A positive and negative and AB positive and negative. Okay? Okay, wait a minute. Yes. Now for the receiving will become at least the same, A negative. And one more thing, if you don't have an A and a B antigen, you are having O type blood. So it means you are having O negative for the receiving. Okay? So it means the blood type is A negative, the donation is A negative and positive, AB positive and negative, and the receiving will become A negative and O negative. Okay? Now we will move on to A positive. If there is a clumping in the A and the RH, what does that mean? It means that you are an A positive type. Okay? Wait a minute. And now what does the rule say? The rule says that the positive can only give to a positive and not negative. And here the donation I already said, it can be A and AB. Okay? So it means your blood type here in the donation will become A positive, that is itself, and AB positive. Okay? Now for the receiving, I told you the receiving can be A and O. So the same thing can be A and O. If you're having the donation positive, you are having an A negative and positive and an O negative and positive. Okay, I'll just recap it again. This blood type, if there is an A and a RH, you are having an A positive blood. And if the donation, it's going to be A positive and AB positive. And for the receiving, it will be A positive and negative and O positive and negative. I wanted to tell you something. If the donation, if it is the negative, if any type of blood which is negative, it means the negative and positive will become on the donation side. Whereas on the positive and negative will be on the receiving side. Okay? Okay, wait for some time. Let me just erase this. And now, okay, now if there is any clumping in the B, what does that mean? If you are having an antigen in a B, if the surface marker activates the B antigen, you are having B. And if you are not having RH, you are B negative. Now what does the rule say? The donation can be B to B and AB. And the negative can give to a negative and positive. So we're good. So donation can be B positive and negative and an AB positive and negative. Okay, that is, we have the B positive and an AB positive and negative. For also B and positive and negative. Okay, now for the receiving, it is the same. B negative itself and the one that doesn't have A and B antigen, you are having an O. So O negative. Okay. Now, can you see this? The next one. If there is a clumping in the B and the RH antigen, what does that mean? You are having a B positive blood. Okay? And what does the rule say? Again, you will have a B positive and you will have a B and AB. And what does the rule say? That the positive can only give to a positive and not negative. So B positive and AB positive. Got it? Now for the receiving, I told you B. So the receiving can be B and a O, the same. But what did I say also? If any type of blood which is positive, you will have the positive and negative on the receiving side. So it means B positive and negative and O positive and negative. Okay? Now we'll move on to next. Okay. Now we're moving on to the A group blood. Okay. So if you are having an A and a B antigen, you are AB. And if you don't have an RH, you are having negative. Okay. Now, what does the rule say? That the negative can give to negative and positive, and AB can only give to an AB. AB can only give to AB positive and a negative. Okay. So for the receiving can be anything. Okay. For the receiving, it is all of the blood types. Why? Because this blood AB is the universal receiver. Okay. So A negative Okay, so A negative, B negative, AB negative, and an O negative. Okay, now if there is a clumping in every type of antigen, A, B and RH, if you're having an AB, you're AB. Oops. And if you're having an RH, you aren't positive. You are positive. Okay? Now, AB can only give to AB. And what does the rule say? The positive can only give to a positive. That means AB positive. The blood type in the donation is AB positive. Okay? Now for the receiving, again I told you AB is the universal recipient. And if you are having any type of blood with a positive, you are having a positive and negative on the recipient side. So everything is positive and negative on the recipient side. That is A positive and negative, B positive and negative, AB positive and negative, and an O positive and negative. Okay? Now, let me erase it. Please wait. Okay, now we are moving on to the O type blood. Okay, so if there is nothing in the clumping, what does that mean? You are O, and if there is no, and if you don't have any RH, you are an O negative. Okay, O is a universal donor, and what does the rule say? The rule says that the negative can give to a negative and positive. So it means if you're having any type of blood with a negative, it means the negative and positive will go on the donation side. So it means A positive and negative, B positive and negative, AB positive and negative, and an O positive and a negative. Okay? Now for the receiving, he cannot receive from anybody, right? He has every antibodies to attack it. Okay? So it means all he could receive from is himself. Okay? Now we will move on here. If there is no clumping in the RH, if there is no clumping in A and B, or either A and B, it means that you are O. And if you are having an RH, you are having a positive. Got it? A positive. Now, for the donation, he is the universal donor. I said he can donate to anybody. O positive and negative. O positive. Because the rule says that the positive can only give a positive and not negative. O positive, A positive, B positive, and an AB positive. Okay. Now for the receiving. For the receiving, all he could receive is O. And if you are having any type of blood which is a positive, you are having a positive and negative on the receiving side. Okay, so it means neg. So it means you will get an O negative and positive. So let me recap O negative and O positive. For O negative, the blood type which is nothing in the clumping. Okay, and for the donation, he is the universal donor. So A positive and negative, B positive and negative, AB positive and negative, and O positive and negative. Okay? And for the receiving, I told you she cannot receive from anybody. Why? He's using everything to attack. So it means all he could receive from is O. You got it? Now we'll recap to the O positive. If you're having an O positive, there'll be only clumping in the RH. And for the donation, you will have an O positive, A positive, B positive, and an AB positive. And receiving, I told you, all he could receive from his O. And what did I say? That a positive can only give to positive and not negative. It means if you're having any type of blood which is positive, the positive and negative will go on the receiving side. So it means you'll get an O, negative and positive. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.